What's up, guys? This is Mr. School back again with another video. So today's topic is deconstruction and the fall of society. Let's read a little script here. So it's been said that weak men create hard times. The weak men arise from an era of prosperity and intellectualism. The prosperity makes them fat and happy. It makes them complacent, and they stop progressing forward. While intellectualism can bring you scientific progress, it can also make you question everything. You end up deconstructing the society that got you the prosperity in the first place as if you are somehow above it all. This is not to say that you can't question things, rather, that once you deconstruct something, you leave nothing behind to take its place. When you deconstruct something like gender, you invite something to come in and replace it with something else, especially if you deconstruct and replace it with nothing. If the thing you replace it with destroys your society's moral fabric, you are on the road to destruction. When you deconstruct traditional gender roles and replace it with a soy boy with stick arms, while your women are considered to be strong and independent, don't you think that this will have an effect on your society as a whole? It seems like when people deconstruct, they are only satisfied with saying, "Ha! See, I was right," never taking into account the side effects of what they are doing. It's one thing to be open-minded, it's another thing to be so open-minded that your brain falls out. Deconstruction can be good too. When atheists attacked the church, they freed a lot of people from dogma and led them towards science. But just because something is a lie doesn't mean that it's not useful. To put it another way, the truth only matters to the extent that it gets us something. As a society, we have deconstructed the family unit. Let's take a look at the media's portrayal of the family, and in particular the father. Leave It to Beaver was a show that portrayed the father as a hardworking family man. He was a teacher to his children and faithful to his wife. He was also portrayed as wise and intelligent. One modern day portrayal of the father is Peter Griffin from Family Guy, an idiot whose wife is effectively the brains of the household. He's fat and undisciplined. Another example is Homer Simpson, a man who is once again fat, stupid, unreliable, undisciplined. For Black America, there were shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Family Matters. While the head of house in these shows was fat, it did give a decent portrayal of what a Black American family could look like. Also, the Cosby Show is another example of a pretty good Black American TV show. Now we have shows like Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of whatever city they're in right now that tell Black America that the Black family is a bunch of ratchet, self-absorbed assholes. Another show in the same vein as Basketball Wives. While none of these shows are real, quote unquote, they're not real at all, but fuck it. Millions of people watch them and are influenced by them. When a teenage girl cuts a show like Real Housewives on, is it giving them a realistic portrayal of what a real housewife looks like? You might say, well, the average person is smart enough to know it's not real. Once again, something doesn't have to be real or true for it to affect reality. Disney movies aren't real either, but those ideas are programmed into the human psyche and manifest through behaviors in small ways. The Christian doctrine is full of holes, but it kept people in line and gave them a moral compass. Final Fantasy VII isn't real, but people look at characters like Cloud and want to be like him. You're making a big assumption about human intelligence when you say, well, the average person is smart enough to know it's not real. Most people know it's not real, but it's just a matter of, are they being influenced by it? That's all that really matters. Teenagers are extremely impressionable, and peer pressure is a bitch. The majority of humanity's problems is a lot of peer pressure. A lot of children, a lot of teenagers, and really a lot of adults too. They have this innate ability, not innate ability, but innate need to want to fit in. And when they don't fit in, they try to put themselves, reshape themselves to fit into the company environment or the friends group that they're already in to try to find their place in the world. Human beings are social creatures, and peer pressure is one way that we keep each other in line. This can be good and this can be bad too. These are just tools, as is a deconstruction, and anything that human beings use. These are just conceptual tools. Now, in order to fight peer pressure, you have to say no. No is the most powerful word in the human language. You know, it's because men love women that they refuse to say no. It's because a father loves his daughter that he won't tell her no. The problem with not saying no is that you could end up enabling bad behavior, and at that point, did you really love that person? If your child wanted to eat pizza for every meal and you kept saying yes, and he ended up on My 600-Pound Life, did you really love him? When society liberated women and told them they could have sex just like men, was that done out of love, ignorance, or greed? Now, to get back on topic. It's a strange paradox because in order to move forward, you have to destroy old structures or build on top of them. It's sort of like a forest fire. The fire destroys the bigger, older trees, but that destruction provides nutrients to the trees on the ground level, on the ground floor, which allows them to grow. Deconstructing for its own sake without a plan to replace it with something leaves a void that will be filled, and the thing that fills it might be worse than what was there. All right, just for the really quick video, but this has been Mystery School. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and always remember, guys, that wisdom is gold. See you guys later.